Hello and welcome back to another Reaconteur video, and in today's video I will be going over why Deepwoken will die significantly faster than Rogue at least, and why Mage and Reaconteur are bad Roblox developers. But before we get into today's video, just know that only about 10% of the people watching these videos are actually subscribed, so please subscribe because it's free and it helps me a lot more than you know. First of all, there's something you need to understand. Mage is not a bad developer, and neither is anyone else on the Deepwoken dev team. They're just bad workers. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, Mage, Reaconteur, Par, Limebeard, they just don't have good work ethic. And you must also understand why Mage gets significantly more hate and attention than Reaconteur. While Reaconteur is the owner of the game, Mage acts more as a spokesperson and he's the lead scripter, so he's responsible for the most work. Because of this, people more closely associate Mage with Deepwoken than Reaconteur, despite Rag being the owner. This means he gets more hate while he also does more work. Now, I'm not saying I like Mage, because he banned me from the Deepwoken Discord for something I didn't fucking do, but he doesn't really deserve all of the hate that he gets for everything that happens in Deepwoken, because people just automatically blame him. Deepwoken can be heavily improved with small hotfixes that could release every couple of days that would just increase Deepwoken's quality of life and PvP balancing. However, the Deepwoken development team has been very busy with something. Elden Ring. And I blame the terrible work ethics of the Deepwoken development team because they could easily make some small hotfixes. Deepwoken had about 3 delays due to how much they had to rework mechanics and gameplay. This led to the game being highly rushed near the end to the point where they ended up promising a release date just to drop an unfinished game with lots of balancing issues and optimization issues. However, most of the optimization issues were fixed. A good example of things promised to be in Deepwoken that never made it due to limitations, laziness, reworks, time constraints, and just outright no plausible reason includes spellmaking. Spell modification does exist, but it's a very vanilla version of the spellmaking system we were promised during Infernos' Deepwoken Direct. Islands and luminance that just aren't in the game right now, and fucking chess. Limebeard posted proof that you could play chess in Deepwoken, and something as simple as chess didn't make it into the game anywhere, which genuinely confuses me. How did chess not get into the game? What, you had to rework the chess system for 6 months, Mage? Is that why the game is unfinished? You spent the last, 2.5 years working on chess? You might as well just release a chess simulator. Alright, real quick though, but I would like to now do a full list of everything that didn't make it into Deepwoken on release, that was promised. So, let's go. Chess, full spell creation, Gaians from Rogue Lineage, the large pineapple in the depths that was removed from the game after Wave 0. No, I don't mean the small one that's still there. Venting, which is apparently still in the game and will eventually be obtainable at some reason. Dual wielding and weapon switching. Full build customization. I say this because the devs promised a better system where you could mix and match weapons main hand and offhand to allow for big combinations with different animations and combos. Realistic NPC events. Right now, the NPCs just kind of sit around and attack if you get too close, so they're pretty trash. Allomancy. You know, the thing that was supposed to be in the game that was never added, that's supposed to be from Mistborn? Yeah. And finally, better balancing than Rogue Lineage. Because this game is genuinely just as bad as Rogue due to modifiers and just the poor balancing in general between mantras and modifiers, because pretty much they only nerf things when X-YouTuber talks about it, or when X-YouTuber makes a build that's just really broken. Like when Agamatsu made that huge strong left and that got nerfed yesterday, that's the only time that things really get nerfed. So please just do better, Mage. I love you. This game ended up being a huge disappointment to me and a lot of the Deepwoken community so far. Seeing as how we're 3 months into release and we've had less than 3 major content updates, and the largest content update we've ever had, we got 1 oath and 8 weapons. Part of why Mage is a bad dev is balancing. Keep in mind, he's in charge of balancing Deepwoken to my knowledge, and he's also the person that made the Shinobi class from Rogue Lineage. So that's just not a good sign. For quick reference, all stats of weapons and mantras and enchants can be changed by simply changing a number within a script. The hardest part of changing a weapon, mantra, or an enchant stats is finding the line of code responsible for it. A great example of Mage's poor balancing is Curse of Bloodthirsty. Curse of Bloodthirsty is a 10% increase in damage. Now, just know, mushroom omelets are a 25% increase in damage. Why is an omelet stronger than an enchant with a distributed chance of 0.15% to drop? You're telling me an omelet that I can get for 15 notes is a better damage up than Curse of Bloodthirsty. What a good game balance. Thank you, Archmage. So why are Archmage and Reaconteur not updating the game, and why are they so lazy? Well, it's because they don't need it. Arc, Rag, and pretty much the entire dev teams are real-life millionaires because of Roblox. They are set for life, so they have no actual reason to continue. They could have literally uploaded a base plate named Deepwoken, and just let it build hype for 3 years, and then once everyone bought it, they could have left with the money as soon as they dropped it, and they would be rich with no effort inputted. They have less reason to work on the game being set for life, meaning they're less motivated to do so. If they weren't as rich as they are, then they would probably be grinding their asses off to make this game good. But they really have no reason to do so, so they pretty much ended up releasing an unfinished game, and then updating it later, because they're gonna make just as much money anyway, except they get to take breaks. I do think I've done too much judging of Archmage, so a lot of people are probably thinking, well, if Archmage is the lead scripter, and Par is the lead modeler and also scripts, then what does Reaconteur do? Well, Reaconteur kinda just owns the game. In reality, he does a little bit of everything, but a little bit of everything is kinda nothing, because he does animate, he does script, he does model, he does all of those things, but he doesn't do them for his own games. He usually just does those whenever things need to be revised, or whenever he doesn't like something. Which is why Reaconteur, he does do a lot for the games, he does own the games, he does the community management, although it seems like Archmage does that. He doesn't. Archmage really is just the spokesperson. But in reality, Reaconteur does a lot more than people are seeing, and he definitely has a lot more to do with the game, seeing as how he plays the game pretty actively on alt accounts and stuff, which is why there are clips of people just getting annihilated by dev specs. Well, that's mostly Par, but that's also probably at least a bit of Reaconteur and Archmage, right? I just wanted to drop this video because it's a shorter video, but I just want everyone to know why I do not like Arc and Rag and why I don't think they're good developers. Especially because, you know, I was falsely banned for the Deepwoken Discord for saying the F slur, which I never even said. And if you're talking about that one time in the gayest Deepwoken or gayest Rogue Lineage classes video, I didn't even say it. I literally said the word fast and I cut it off. So you're an idiot, Archmage. Anyway, please subscribe, follow me on Twitch, hit that notification bell, and join my Discord, all in the description and comment section below. See ya!